Well, hi Libras, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I have shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Libras, let's find out what you can expect to come up in your life. If this reading does not resonate, you might want to check your moon sign, which is your private and emotional self. All cards are male or female. You may also get a private reading from someone you trust. Okay, here we go, Libras. The overall energy of your reading here is the Page of Swords. So, you're on guard. You got your sword up. You're hyper aware of things that are said, things that are going on around you. You're not swinging the sword. You're just kind of in self-protection mode. You might be on the lookout for something that you think might be going on. Let's find out why the Page of Swords is surrounding your entire reading. Up here in your highest energy is the Page of Wands. Okay, so something's brewing. Something's brewing from the bottom of your feet, and it's going to come out your mouth. And it has to do with how you're going to move forward in life. So that might be, your sword is up. You might be suspecting something. And I think you're just going to come out with it. And because you need to move forward. It's brewing. It's weighing on you. The Page of Wands is right next to the Strength card. The card for Leo. Leo might be strong in your charts or someone else's around this reading. But there's the infinity symbol. That is the symbol of intuition and knowing. And what this card is all about is like knowing what you have to do and finding the strength and the courage to do it. So that is probably has to do with you speaking up right here. Because you are on guard, and I think it's about a third individual or a third energy that surrounds someone that you care about. There's three people in this card. It's a black card. It's the Three of Pentacles. For you're feeling really unstable and insecure in this relationship because I think you're suspecting that there's something going on here. Like I say, with a third person or a third energy of some sort here. Let's keep reading. You will find the strength and the courage to say something. The Sun is right below the Page of Wands. This is a fresh start and a new beginning. And see here, you're holding on to that staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. But there's a lot of joy and a lot of love here. Okay, so your guard is up. You're right next to the page. This card, the Sun, is right next to the Page of Swords. So you're wondering if this is, if you're imagining the happiness in this relationship, or if there's something else going on behind the scenes. That's why your sword is up in this reading. This can be a card for Leo again. And there's Leo here. So there's two already here for Leo. It doesn't, it's the energy of the cards that really mean the most in a tarot reading. If certain signs, show up, it just makes it maybe more the powerful if they shut with your reading. If not, it's mostly just the energies. I have the Five of Swords on the other side of the Page of Swords. Right under the Three of Pentacles. Look, three people. 1, 2. This is you looking back at someone, walking away. You got your mind on them a lot, but there's someone else out there. Look at that. You're picking up swords of truth and clarity. You have your sword up. I think you really are suspecting some kind of energy, like I say, or person. You will get your truth and your clarity. You're going to come out with it. You're going to have this conversation. You're going to speak up, but not without it brewing for a while first. So there's still a couple swords laying on the ground. Let's just keep reading. I have the of Pentacles under the Sun. Now, see, this is, I think you were feeling that you were in a stable and secure and solid relationship with someone. You were either expecting commitment or you were just committed to this person. This is a card of union between two people. There's extended family, pets, and a child. Um, your sword is up, and if you have to swing that sword, you will, because I think you're suspecting something here. And you want to move forward with this energy of the Ten of Pentacles. Wonderful card. The Sun, one of the best in the whole deck. But you will walk away if you have to. If the truth and the clarity you hear is not, what you want or expect or deserve, you will walk away. I kind of feel like somebody might walk away when this conversation is had, or someone already did walk away. And that's why you're suspecting that there's someone else, that somebody already did walk away from a beautiful relationship here. So next to the Eight of Cups here is the Eight of Swords. I think you're looking for closure. I think you're looking for clarity. You have lots of swords of truth and clarity all around you here, but you're feeling trapped in this place of really not knowing everything. It's like a lack of closure, so that you can't move forward. But you can move forward without the closure. You don't really realize that. But boy, getting the closure and having the truth and the clarity is really going to help you to move forward. Your feet aren't bound, your mouth isn't bound. I think you're going to use your mouth, you're going to speak up, and you're going to gather up those swords of truth and clarity. So you are in this mode of self-protection, and I think you're going to seek the truth and the clarity here in this situation. Let's see what the second half has to say for Libras. For Libras. Libras universe. Okay, I have the Four of Swords here. Four Swords, very spiritual. See the stained glass windows? It's next to the Three of Pentacles. So you've really given this a lot of thought. Okay, this is why it's brewing inside you. It's really on your mind. You're spending your quiet moments meditating, praying, seeking, soul searching, seeking advice from the universe, and healing. There's a lot of healing going on here. And it's because you're picking up swords of truth and clarity. And there are swords of truth and clarity coming to you in your quiet moments. You're just trying to understand this whole thing. I have the Knight of Cups next to the Four of Swords. Now this is a sincere offer. This is a sincere love offer. Oh, I feel like you made this offer. Like, maybe you said something like, I love you. Or maybe, I mean, I think you were in or expecting this relationship to move into a really beautiful place. And I don't know if this cup was actually accepted, because it's right, the Knight of Cups is next to you healing. So that could be like, you didn't get an I love you back, or they're not acting like they really care about you like you care about them. And so I think that's what you're healing over, and you're really suspecting that there's someone else that's holding them back. I have the Four of Pentacles next to the Knight of Cups. This is like feeling stuck. This isn't going nowheres. Heavy weight, those pentacles. No security, no stability. I feel like that's how you feel in this relationship that you had high hopes for. I have the King of Wands under the Four of Swords and next to the Five of Swords. The King of Wands is fire. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. That gives us 3 for Leo so far, if we're counting. But this is your energy of holding on to that staff, just like you are at the Page of Wands. I have the King of Wands holding on to that staff of fresh starts and new beginnings with one hand, and your hand is on your hip with your other hand, and you're just ready to get up and move forward. And it's because you're getting the truth and clarity that you need, I think, to move forward. On the other side, the King of Wands here is the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I think this offer was blocked. I think that you were fighting with thoughts about why. I think that you were really in your head about this. I've got a couple of cards here about being up in your head about, I got the Four of Swords, I got the Page of Swords, I got the Five of Swords. And swords, they are air energy. And then I have this Seven of Wands. And this is like, you were trying not to deal with, trying to ignore your own thoughts, like. in self-protection mode, and it's mostly to protect your heart. But the thing is, it's under this Knight of Cups, for one thing. So I feel like you're trying to forget about it. You're just trying to forget about the whole incident, but you can't. Because it's brewing. Brewing. Your guard is up. You are just hyper aware. I have the King of Cups next to this Seven of Wands, and under feeling stuck. Well, this is water, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer that might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But the energy of the King of Cups, it's very mature. You know, the kings and queens are very mature energies. But pulling back that cup of love, you have it. See, you offered that cup. What you had to do was pull it back. I think you still have feelings for this person, but you're retreating. I really feel like you're retreating on this relationship. This is your Eight of Cups. I think you're giving up hope on something that you thought was really going to go someplace. And you're ready to move forward because you are getting all this truth and all this clarity here. I have the Two of Cups under the King of Wands and next to the Eight of Swords. So this is a meeting of the minds, but this is soulmates with love, okay? Soulmates who are best friends. I kind of feel like this was, it's like a friends with benefits almost. I think you are good friends. I think you do enjoy each other's company. And I think that's why it's so that you really thought this was going someplace. I have the Eight of Pentacles next to the Two of Cups, which is it's a soulmate card, but it's more about friends being soulmates. They do have feelings for you. But I have the Eight of Pentacles right next to this Two of Cups and right under the Seven of Wands. I feel like you wanted to work on this relationship. I think you knew it was kind of a friends with benefits relationship. There goes a truck. And you wanted to work on building on this relationship, but it's not happening. It's being blocked. It's like they don't want to accept this huge couple love that you have. They just want, you're satisfied in this energy right here. And I think it ended up where you're feeling rejected, left out in the cold, and that's why you were in this place of the Four of Swords and doing all this meditation or praying or soul searching that you're doing, a lot of healing, being left out in the cold, feeling rejected. Five of Pentacles. I feel like they just weren't willing to go any further in this relationship. And you're suspecting that. But you're also suspecting it's because there's someone else or something else. I do think that you walk away from this idea of this being the right relationship for you, you know. So I feel like you're gonna solve some issues that are on your mind, and you're going to get some clarity from this individual that we're talking about that is close to you in this reading. Okay, so that's what I see in this reading. A lot of healing. You have a huge cup of love to share with someone here. And I think you really are walking away because you're going to hold out for that Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. That's what you want. And if they can't provide it, it's like you're going to swing that sword and walk away. What's underneath the deck? Yeah, the Four of Cups, they did not accept your love offer. And you know why? And it lands right on the Three of Pentacles. And then here you are healing over that. And it was very hurtful for you. But like I say, it's the best thing from looking at this reading that you can do for yourself because you're ready to move forward. So you are going to come out of it after this healing. You're going to have a period of healing, and you are going to come out of it, and you are going to move forward. You've taken that cup of love with you, and you're going to wait for the right person to come along, the one that can provide the things that you really want from a relationship, and that is a fresh start, new beginning, love, joy, and commitment, security, and stability. So, Libra, this is your reading. Thank you for watching. Universal Guidance, Tarot.